National Citizen Party organizes countrywide month-long July walkathon for building new country to listen to the stories of common people who took part in the July mass uprising. The government to host idea competition to attract young people in July mass uprising memorabilia. District-level competition helps explore creative ideas and participation of young minds in recalling historic events. Students Against Discrimination express anger as still no initiative to search and identify unnamed martyrs of July mass uprising. Israel bombed Gaza with explosives equivalent to 6 Hiroshima bombs. UN Human Rights Council report more than 100 Palestinians killed by Israeli strikes. Russia becomes first country to recognize Afghanistan's Taliban government. And in Colombo, Bangladesh to face Sri Lanka in second ODI in 3-match series. Assalamu alaikum viewers, this is News at 10 on BTV News. I'm Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui. You just heard the headlines. Let's move on to the details of those and other stories. July 4th, 2024, the visible crackdown on the quota reform movement began on this day. In a hearing regarding the appeal against the High Court's verdict to reinstate the quota system, the court refrained from making any decision. In response, the Shahbag intersection remained blocked for 6 hours, and from there, new protest programs were announced. The declared programs included online and offline mass outreach on Friday, July 5, protest rallies across the country on Saturday, July 6, and a nationwide boycott of classes and exams at all educational institutions starting Sunday. Movement coordinator Rifat Rashid wrote on Facebook, "The people have seen the High Court's verdict. Now it's time for the students to deliver theirs." On the same day, ruling party student wing Chhatra League members tried to obstruct student protesters in the dormitories of Dhaka University. Defying intimidation, students from every hall poured out onto the streets to join the demonstrations. Coordinators called on students nationwide to occupy the streets. At Rajshahi University, students demonstrated for hours in the rain. In Burishal University, students took to the streets wearing shrouds symbolizing their readiness to sacrifice. There, they were attacked by Chhatra League members. Students at Mymensingh Agricultural University, Jahangirnagar University, Chittagong University, Shah Jalal University of Science and Technology, and Islamic University also staged roadblocks that day. It became increasingly clear to students that the government was attempting to use the judiciary to serve its own interests. With far-sighted planning and spontaneous support from across the country, the movement gathered momentum, laying the groundwork for a new Bangladesh. During the July uprising, graffiti emerged as a powerful visual medium that played a vital role in awakening mass consciousness among the people. These graffiti works primarily served as expressions of resistance against autocracy, demands for state reform, protests against genocide, and tributes to the sacrifices of martyrs and the injured in the movement. At a time when television remained silent and newspapers faced censorship, the walls became the voice of the people. The use of graffiti during the July uprising was a creative and impactful method that resonated widely with the public and contributed significantly to the success of the mass movement. Throughout history across the world, graffiti has found its place as a language of protest in movements. In July 2, when people took to the streets against tyranny, the walls became their fearless voice. The graffiti helped raise awareness among ordinary people and encouraged them to actively participate in the movement. The local government division is organizing a nationwide idea competition with active participation from the youth to commemorate the historic July uprising of 2024. The announcement was made in a press release issued on Thursday. The goal of the idea competition is to remember this significant historical event through innovative ideas and youth engagement at the district level. The winning ideas from each district will be implemented through the respective Zilla Porishad. This year's theme is July Revolution Through My Eyes. Eligible participants include young individuals aged 15 to 30, students from schools, colleges and universities, as well as members of youth clubs, debate groups, scouts, rovers and cultural organizations. Participants may enter individually or in teams of up to 3 members, with at least 1 female member being mandatory in each team. Participants must submit a 1 to 2 page concept note in Bangla or English, including the following details: title and description of the idea, objective, implementation plan, estimated budget, expected impact, name and contact information of the senders. Submissions can be made via email or by contacting the Zilla Porishad or the local Upazila Nirvahi officer's office. The last date for submission is the 8th of July. Examples of ideas include wall murals, street or stage plays, exhibitions, workshops, mass awareness campaigns or any other innovative concepts. Each selected idea will be implemented by the respective Zilla Porishad. All financial activities related to the projects will be coordinated under the supervision of the Zilla Porishad, said the press release. The anti-discrimination student movement has expressed discontent over the lack of any initiative to identify the unclaimed martyrs. Speaking at the mass grave site in Rayar Bazar after offering prayers this afternoon, the organization's president Rifat Rashid voiced frustration over the matter. He said the interim government should have already taken steps to identify the unclaimed martyrs, adding, just as the Pakistani occupation forces created mass graves, the fascist Hasina regime has done the same. Rifat Rashid further stated that while Rohingya martyr Noor Mustafa has been recognized, Bihari martyr Mohammad Rani has yet to receive any recognition. General Secretary of the organization Inamul Hassan said they would visit the graves of martyrs across the country, meet their families and check on the wounded over the next 3 days. They plan to discuss their findings with the government. He added that many vanguards of the fascist regime remain untouched, and even after a year, no visible steps have been taken to identify the unclaimed martyrs. No initiatives have been undertaken for post-mortem examinations or DNA tests to hand over the bodies to their families. National Citizen Party NCP convener Nahid Islam said even after the post-uprising period, the old arrangements remain in the country. A new system is needed to build a discrimination-free nation. The NCP will work to implement this. The NCP convener said this at a rally at Old Bus Stand area in Thakurgaon today. Commemorating the historic event of mass uprising in Bangladesh, the National Citizen Party NCP is observing a month-long countrywide campaign in July. The party held various programs today under the July March campaign in the northern region of the 4th day. As part of the campaign, NCP convener Nahid Islam addressed a rally in Dinajpur this afternoon. He said pushback, autocracy and extortion will not be allowed in New Bangladesh. Central and local leaders as well as supporters, including NCP Central Member Secretary Akhtar Hussain, Senior Joint Member Secretary Dr. Tasneem Zara, Chief Organizer of Northern Region Sarjis Alam, Chief Organizer of Southern Region Hasnat Abdullah, Chief Coordinator Nasiruddin Patwari, Senior Joint Convener Samantha Sharmin and Joint Chief Coordinator Agriculturist Salim were present on the occasion. Bangladesh Jamaat Islami held a public meeting in Rangpur today with 4 demands: trial for the murder of martyr Abu Saeed and Student People Movement of 2024, ensuring level playing field in the elections, political reforms and the implementation of Teesta Master Plan. The party organized the divisional rally in Rangpur after a long 15 years. Addressing the rally, Jamaat Islami Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman said that some basic reforms are needed to hold fair election. Election would not be fair and neutral without reforms, he added. Being in power illegally for a long time, Awami League has destroyed the country's caretaker government and electoral system, the Jamaat Amir alleged. Among others, recently released leader from prison ATM Azharul Islam, Naib Amir Professor Mujibur Rahman and Secretary General Mia Ghulam Parwar spoke at the program. Dengue and chikungunya outbreaks are on the rise across the country, including capital Dhaka. A total of 4,345 people were infected with dengue in the country from January to May this year. But in June alone, more people contracted this mosquito-borne disease, with 5,804 cases reported. One dengue patient died and 358 have been hospitalized across the country during the last 24 hours till Thursday morning. This year, dengue outbreaks have been more severe across the country than in Dhaka. Meanwhile, chikungunya has returned for the first time since the 2017 outbreak. While the disease rarely causes death, it often leads to long-term joint pain and fatigue. Experts believe that area-based mapping is needed to tackle this menace. They urge authorities concerned to strengthen mosquito control measures and advise people to seek medical advice promptly if symptoms such as fever and body aches appear, to prevent these mosquito-borne diseases. RAB arrested the prime accused Shah Paran of orchestrating the mob assault, filming an online viral of a video that shows a woman being raped and tortured in Kumilla's Muradnagar upazila. RAB Legal and Media Wing Office made the information at a press conference in the capital's Karan Bazaar today. RAB 11 Commander Lieutenant Colonel H.M. Sajjad Hussain briefed the media. He said that Shah Paran was arrested on Thursday afternoon during a raid in Burichong upazila of Kumilla. He is the younger brother of Fajr Ali, the main accused in the women rape case. Shah Paran faces allegations of physically assaulting the victim and filming a video of her while she was unclad. She is also believed to be the main person responsible for circulating the video on social media. Prices of sugar and several varieties of lentils have decreased in the retail market. Unpackaged sugar is now around 105 taka per kilogram, decreased 10 taka, while packaged sugar dropped 5 taka. Among pulses, coarse lentils now cost 95 taka per kilogram, a decrease of 5 to 10 taka. However, the prices of onions, garlic, ginger, potatoes, cucumbers and carrots have remained unchanged. Most vegetables are now priced between 40 and 60 taka per kilogram. Wholesale prices of these vegetables are comparatively lower. However, prices tend to rise slightly on Friday. Off-season vegetables are also appearing in the market, adding to the cost. Meat and poultry prices have also stayed relatively stable. Broiler chicken and eggs are also selling at comparatively lower prices. However, for the past 2 weeks, the continuous rise in rice prices has left consumers worried. Rice prices have been on the rise since Eid al-Adha. In retail, miniket rice price have gone up by 5 to 8 taka per kilogram. Many said that high cost has made Hilsha fish nearly unreachable. Spice prices show some relief as well. Cumin is now 50 taka cheaper per kilogram, selling between 600 and 700 taka. And now international news.